Ora Scruggs McCoy, and I was born on this farm. Matter of fact, I was born in the room to the right of me. And I've lived on this farm, I had a part of this farm all of my life. And we love the legacy of this farm and the history of the farm. This farm started out in the back of me with 40 acres. And as you know, that was the slave owners had to give the slaves 40 acres. I had an uncle named Uncle George who worked on the railroad. And he and my dad, they bought acreage like 5 acres, 70 acres, 80 acres to increase the farm that you see around us today. When my father passed away, he owned 335 acres. I had 5 siblings, so he left each sibling so many acres. And then they didn't want the land, so they wanted to sell it. So we were fortunate enough, my son and I, we bought up all of the acreage that my siblings had, except for a piece over across the road there. And I think that's about 13 acres. But we bought piece by piece of the land that was left to my siblings. So that's how we had this larger farm. My father raised cows, corn, hay, wheat, ever since the inception. After he passed away, then my husband was the manager of the farm. So we more or less just had cattle.
My name is Donnie Franklin. I take care of the farm here. We cut the hay. We take care of all of the fencing that has been put in through the new program that we got involved with. We had an issue with the water. Our water table has dropped a lot, and the cows was staying in the creek bore.
Then we started just calling the office and see what programs they had available, and it fell into place.
So we were able to get into the program and put the waterers in, put in the well to feed to help the cows, and it also helps with the erosion. The program really works good for the cattle with the fencing, divided fencing that we have in place now. We can move them every 3 or 4 days from pasture to pasture, and that makes the cows a little bit more gentle because they get to depend on you for better food this week than what they had last week.
Hi, I'm Edward McCoy Jr. This is my mom, I'm the son. Guest kind of partner, co-manager of the farm. My role is just assist my mom and Donnie in any way I can, and whether it be rolling my sleeves and getting involved or doing the business plan and just working just to keep the farm moving positively forward and keeping it in the family. Well, I basically grew up here. It's been in the family for, I guess I would be the 5th generation, and my son 6, and growing up on the farm, you know, spending time with my grandparents and the appreciation that they had for the farm, but the hard work they had to put in to get the farm, to keep the farm, to grow the farm, and times were probably a lot tighter and tougher then than to keep it going than it is now, frankly. We've got about 200 head total throughout the operation. We got two other farms that we have cattle on and some land that we rent for hay, and we were trying to get the business proposition to work. I mean, we're the size and scope of the operation of where we are now. We thought once we got to about 200 head, it starts to pencil out where it's cash flow positive, and that's kind of it's been a lot of a labor of love, and then getting to the size and scope we are now, it starts to pencil out and become somewhat profitable, badly profitable, but it's in the black. Yeah, the woodland, we put that in the conservation piece as well, because again, don't want to develop it. We want to keep it in the family. We want to put the farm in a trust and try to create a situation where it goes from generation to generation. But that kind of falls in line with what we're trying to do and conserve the farm and be good stewards. It's just part of our long-term strategy, our long-term goal to grow the farm and to make it sustainable.
We've got a lot of ideas that we want to do. We want to clear up some of the land that we've got that's not productive with the right productive trees for harvesting. We want to make the pastures a little bit bigger. We try to keep our fences in good shape, just improving things on the farm to make things look better and make people want to come out and just enjoy what farming is.
My grandma made me promise. Like, I can't. I can't sell it. Can't get rid of it. And I wouldn't want to anyway. It's just like I said. It's every time I come here, it's home. It's I love it, and so I definitely plan on keeping it in the family for it to pass down to my grandkids one day. So.